Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, I'm Anna and I'm a little bit spooky. And today we are testing out a nearly full face of new products. Most of these I have not even touched. They literally just came in today and we are doing a full face with them all. The only product I have previously played with was the eyeshadow palette and it was only once. So we ended up creating this look here using the Huda Naughty palette. We got a new lippy on. We get a whole new face palette going on, a new cream contour bronzer product, a new mascara, a new eyeliner, oh, and a new foundation. If you want to see me play with some new products, see my first impressions, just go ahead and keep on watching. But before you do, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Let me know some new products on the market you would like to see me play with. I'm really having fun playing with new stuff, and I also love the way this look came out. It is soft gothic glam. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this video. Okay, hello guys. Oh my goodness, we got so many fun things to play with today. I've got almost a full face of new makeup. All my orders and then some PR and all kinds of stuff just came in this morning. It's like, oh my goodness, it's like early Christmas. It's Christmas Eve is the day that I film this. And yeah, I've got a new mascara, a new eyeliner, new face palette, eyeshadow palette, a foundation, lip product. Yeah, we got a lot of new pretty things to play with. So I'm really excited. And I have a look in mind that I want to do. And for the eyeshadow, we go with the Naughty palette from Huda. I have used this once before, did my first impression. But today I just want to play with it and create a pretty look. It's the second time playing with it, so therefore it's still new. Editing Anna here. Ignore the purple scalp. I import this footage. This is like 3 weeks later that I'm looking at the footage now because I'm slow at getting around to editing things. And the product I use to tone my front bits here stained my scalp. Yeah, just disregard that. I do actually mention the product in the video because I was talking about it toning my front bits. But it definitely stained the scalp region, which was probably more me because I didn't rinse it very well or something. So I think I did in the bathtub, which I don't usually do, but regardless, we got a purple scalp situation. I'm gonna grab me a little fluffy brush here, and I'm gonna go into the shade Hypnotic first. I'm gonna run that through the transition. Ooh, I like that color. So I haven't really dipped into any of the browns in this palette yet. I've just used maybe like just a handful of shades, but I'm quite pleased that I found a use for the slippery shade. It works as a great base for some of the shimmers in this palette. Oh, and it did not crease. I wore it all day for hours and hours and hours. No creasing in the lid, like in my crease or anything. It didn't look weird at the end of the day. I was so impressed. I didn't put it like all the way into my crease, but I was expecting a little transfer or something because my eyes are, you know, kind of hooded. None. I think it's because I used it underneath the shadow to build up the intensity instead of just as a glaze, you know, over the eyeshadow. Like using it that way as a topper I think is absolutely useless and would be a awful mess. Using it just as a kind of a little bit of a base and then patting one of the shimmers over top, that did something magical. Like it did better than applying the shimmer with a wet brush, in fact. This Hypnotic shade has a bit more color to it than I was expecting. I like that. Okay, I'm gonna bring it pretty high up to the brow here. Go a little smoky because that's what I do. Okay, now let's take a little bit of the shade Rough and I'm gonna bring that a little bit lower in the crease. I think I'm gonna take it on a 433 and kind of bring it right into that socket line. Yeah, that had much more pigmentation than I was expecting. Above my crease, but in the actual socket. Okay, I'm just building that up a little bit. That is building really nicely. I like that color too. And I'm just focusing it really into that socket, not paying attention to my skin, but the actual bone structure. Alright, and then I'm gonna go back to my fluffy brush and soften those edges. I just do this anyway, whether it needs it or not. Bounce down to a smaller brush. This is a 456 from Morphe, and I think we'll go into the shade Naughty. And I'm gonna bring this think out here just to get a little depth in there. Oh, that's much redder than I thought it would be. I was thinking that was gonna be a lot more brown. I mean, it's still pretty though, and it still works. Alright, I'm just gonna focus it on this outer part and just let it flow through the socket. Just a little more concentrated. Let me go back to my previous brush and soften that out. I haven't picked up any more product. I'm just blending it And grab a little bit more of rough on this brush and just tickle it right around the edge, just to get a nice gradient of shades. And I'm just really lightly just grazing the largest brush and a little bit hypnotic. Come just above that and just make sure everything looks smooth and blended. Alright, now let's take a flat brush here and want to go into the shade Hard. And I'm going to put that on the lid. This one appears to have like more of a matte with a little bit of a pearlized shade running through it. I'm going to start out here. Oh, that's pretty. That's just so like rich and chocolatey looking. But I think this one performs more as a kind of a matte shade with a little bit of a sheen. That's what it appears when I swatch it anyway. Yeah, it's like a satin. Yeah, I'm just going to take this onto the lid. That's pretty. And I've built up the intensity more on the outer and inner corner. So I'm going to put a shimmer in the center of the lid. Real into the halo eyes lately. And I'm going to kind of pull that out a little bit and let that shade flow up into the crease just a bit. And I want to add a little more depth just right into that socket line. So I'm going to take a little 506 here and take a little more naughty and just focus it really right into here. And can use it to blend that out. And a little more rough on that same little brush. And just come around this edge. Alright, and on this brush, I'm going to take a little Hard. See how that picks up on a fluffy brush? I'm just going to build that up right there. That is pretty nice looking. I like that. And on the center of the lid, I want to take the shade Please Me and just pop it right in the middle. So I think I'm going to take that on this little flat brush and try that first. This is one of those more like Super Shock type of shades that don't pick up super great on brush. They do good on fingers and sponge tip applicators. Just want to get my placement. Alright, let's do a finger. Just easier. Oh, I like that. That's pretty. Very pretty. And just patting it on and around just a bit. Blur those edges. Okay, that looks really good. I like that. It's kind of like an elegant yet little grungy smoky eye. Just really been my vibe lately. Like a little bit of grunge, a little bit of glam. Soft gothic glam. That's my style now. I took a little bit more of our hard shade. I keep wanting to call it hand. Did I call it hand earlier? Hard. Intensify that a little bit and kind of arch it around. And back to this little fluffy brush. It's a bit naughty. I like to do a lot of back and forth. Can you tell? I don't think it's so much that I'm intentional with what I do. It's just I just narrate what I do. Now we are getting somewhere. Eyes are looking about the same. Let's test out a new liquid liner real quick that I just received. This is from Honest Beauty. This is their liquid liner in black. I swatched it on my hand and it is still there. It has not come off and it was very matte. So I'm pretty impressed with that. It's just I believe a felt tip. This type of applicator, I'm not real proficient with these types. So we'll see how it goes. I'm just going to do me a little wing here. So far, so good. That does dry down quite matte, which is fantastic. This has a very nice fine tip on it, too. So you can really create a delicate wing. That's nice. It's still in my hand, so it must have some pretty good staying power, too. So that's pretty good. Of course, I'll find out by the end of the day how good the staying power is. Because I have watery eyes. And especially the colder weather, oh my god, they water so bad. This has been a fairly easy to use applicator. I mean, I can such a precise tip. It's just so fine. Like it tapers down to nothing. And that's probably one of the most delicate wings I've ever done. Wow, that's really nice. And that is a very matte formula. And I don't feel it on my eye, like feeling thick or anything. It's very just fluid and thin. That went on like a dream. Wow, I am really impressed. That's a fantastic liquid liner so far. Okay, I want to put a little bit on the inner corner of the shade Tantric real quick. I just think a little kiss of it right in here would look nice. Tantric is a nice goldy shade. It's a bit flaky, like it's kind of somewhere between a Super Shock and a very flaky shade. So you know what? Idea. Let's take a little bit of that slippery clear balm business. Just gonna pick a little bit up on this same brush. And I'm going to put that right there on the inner corner where I want to put Tantric down. Tantric is very flaky, so I think that might be point of the shade also. And I mean, obviously I can't get too much trouble with a balm in the middle that little bit. You see, it doesn't really do anything. Like it just looks a little wet right there, but it's not enough of an effect to really matter. But you don't feel it on the eye, which is really pleasant. Let's take a little bit of tantric now. I'm that same little brush. Just pat it right over top. Oh yeah. See, that gives it something to stick to. Works as like a primer. Yeah, that looks really nice. That's pretty. I love that little bit of gold on the inner corner there. Let's move on to the face now before I finish up the lower lash line. Yeah, I have a weird order I like to do things in. I'm gonna go ahead and prime just a little bit in my little areas that need priming. I've already moisturized. I used a different moisturizer today. I'm trying out the Origins Ginseng Oil-Free Energy Boosting Gel Moisturizer. It's not as hydrating as I'd like. I think this would be a good like summertime one for me. Feeling a little dry these days with the cold weather, but even though today's not that cold. Skin's kind of adjusting and acclimating to some retinol and some cold weather. So anyway, I've put that on earlier, a little bit earlier today. And I also did after I had washed my face this morning, I did the Biosense Squalane and Vitamin C Rose Oil. So my skin does feel really nice and hydrated, but it doesn't feel heavy or anything. So I'm just going to pop a little bit of my L'Oreal Perfecting Base. Just a tiny bit of it. This little thing's finally trying to clear up. I like how I have purple. Like my scalp is stained from my hair mask I did earlier today. Yeah, it was very intense and it stained my scalp. I was trying to tone my money pieces in the... For foundation today, it says to shake it. We're going with the Bare Minerals Original Liquid Mineral Foundation with Broadband SPF 20. Shake well before applying. I think this is going to be too deep for me, but we're going to try it. This arrived in the mail yesterday from Influencer. I like the twist up business we got here. That's nice. Packaging does feel rather cheap otherwise. I'm going to do just a pump. Okay, a couple pumps out. This is supposed to have like skincare in it, I believe, and reduce like pore size and redness, and it had some pretty extraordinary claims. And I'm just going to blend this in with a, what is this, Japanese sponge. I think that is going to be too deep for me, but we'll see. We'll see. This is, from what I believe is the lightest shade, Fair 01. Doesn't give me much confidence in that shade range. Trying to cover up this little friend. I haven't put this on my face yet, so this is truly a first impression here. It's quite sheer, it appears. Thick on my hand, but it's like really thinning out in application. Yeah, the shade's not awful. It's just a little different than what I would typically go for myself. But now that I got it blended in, it's not bad. On camera, it always seems to look a little better when I go deeper with my foundations. It's just a trick of lighting and cameras and everything. That's just kind of how it goes. Cameras, lighting, all that wash you out. So if something actually matches me, it makes me look incredibly pale on camera. But in real life, it's actually a perfect match. Whereas if you go a little deeper on camera, it looks better in your footage. You just gotta make sure you blend it down your neck and try to get away with it. Pull it down. Good thing I got a turtleneck on, huh? Hopefully we're not gonna oxidize. That's looking very skin-like. Okay, I love the finish. Incredibly skin-like. Light coverage. So far, I'm gonna try to build it up some more and get a little bit more out. I'm liking the way it looks on the skin. It looks very skin-like. As long as this does help with redness, that's usually my main concern with the foundation. I don't mind if my like freckles and stuff flow through, actually, or show through. I actually prefer that, but I want it to neutralize my redness because I do have quite a bit of rosacea. See, on my forehead, that doesn't look great, like color match, but I think the finish of the foundation is beautiful. So I'm gonna try to shear it out a little bit up here. Okay, here we go. That's looking a little better. It just has a little bit, maybe too much of a yellow undertone, perhaps. I don't know. But man, it looks gorgeous on the skin though. I think that is an absolutely beautiful finish. And I'll judge the match once I get it all on. Just my initial thought was, ooh, that looks a bit orange. And it probably just makes me look like I'm alive and like a human. And that really does look beautiful on the skin though. Even if the shade's not perfect, I might just deal with it because I like so far. Oh my god, this finish is gorgeous. This is probably one of the most beautiful finishes. I am very impressed with that. The shade could be better, but I think it looks okay. It looks okay. Now that I got it on everywhere and down the neck, we're looking good. Oh my goodness. Oh, I love the way this looks. I'm very impressed. I was not expected to be impressed. I was expecting to not like this foundation just because of the shade and the packaging. I've not I'm not super familiar with Bare Minerals products anymore. It's been a long time. Man, this one's doing me some good. It's just so lightweight feeling. Feels great on the skin and it just looks so nice. Builds up really well. Redness is hidden. All the bad things that I want gone are gone. And my goodness, my skin looks so youthful and like dewy and happy and healthy. Hell yeah. Good job, Bare Minerals. Please release a lighter shade. Okay, yeah, that's looking good. It kind of hid my little friend, but I'm not even gonna bother trying to conceal that thing. All right, let's do a little concealer. I've been doing a new little concoction here that I'm really liking. I've come to the realization that perhaps Snow or Fair Rose is a little bit too light for me from e.l.f. Maybe just a smidgen too light. So I've been mixing it with the L'Oreal True Match eye cream and a concealer, which is a little bit too dark for me, or just like is my skin tone. Together, they have made a beautiful combination. Oh my goodness. They have similar properties, so I feel like they would play well together. So what I've been doing is taking a little bit of the e.l.f., because you don't need much of this because it's so high coverage, whereas this one's much more sheer. I take a little squirt of it and just mix them up on the back of my hand, and been doing that, and it looks freaking fantastic, I think. Pop a little bit where I usually would conceal. That, I know that looks like a bit too much, but this also definitely help with that shade match. And brighten where I want things brightened. I do like a brightened under eye. That is, I don't know, I just like it. I think it looks good on me. But this just kind of knocks down the coverage a little bit, mixing it, and makes it just a little bit lighter weight, and corrects the shade just a little bit so where it looks a little more natural on me. I think that just blends into the skin really well, the two together. I'm really liking this foundation. It feels nice. It doesn't feel like super tacky on the skin either, which is a good feeling. That is a kind of a thing with these like glowy foundations. They can feel a little gross on the skin, for lack of a better way to describe it. Okay, yeah, that foundation is oxidizing just a tad. I can see it on my chin looking a little bit darker, but it's not awful. I am really liking the way the skin's turning out today, even though the shade may not be perfect. I'm going to do a little bit of cream contour. I have a new cream contour I'm playing with. This is the Fenty, oh my goodness, the Fingerprints Fenty Cream Bronzer in the shade Amber, which is the contour shade. I'm really liking this too. This is very nice. I just got this the other day. It's kind of hard to open. Like, I try to open it without messing my nails up. But it's just that perfect shadowy color that's a little bit taupe. Perfect if you're around my skin tone. So I'm just gonna take my KVD Beauty contour brush here. This for cream contour. This is not far off from the KVD formula, to be honest with you. Maybe a little bit creamier. Pop that where I usually will contour. Like, I'm not a big fan of like all cream products and all that, but I do love a cream contour or like a little bit of a cream blush moment, but not the full face. I think I got like glass skin going right now. I'm gonna set my face though. I like a set face. Like a set but glowy face. I swear my jawbone is getting bigger, or my jaw muscles. I need to get Botox right there because I clench my jaw a lot and I grind my teeth. And I've heard that Botox can help with that, and like I kind of need to check that out. Next time I go to my dentist, I go to a cosmetic dentist who handles that type of stuff as well. And I've been meaning when I go, I'll probably go do that in my next cleaning, ask her about that. Like, she does like a little bit of lip injections, that kind of stuff as well. I need to actually finish my reconstruction on my teeth. Also, I'm in the process of that. I'm a little traumatized from the last one because, God, that was rough. That was a lot of pain. So I kind of haven't finished getting stuff done just because I'm traumatized. Okay, now what I like to do though is take this after I've done cream bronzer. I just think that is such a pretty, perfect contour shade. Marry that in with my sponge, and it just melts right in and doesn't look unnatural. But yeah, I've just been really putting that dentist strip off because I don't know if I could stand to hear a drill again for a while. I'm gonna go ahead and set my face with the, what is this called? Oh my God, why did I take the lid off first? Perfect Light Translucent Powder from number 7. It's basically my favorite setting powder of life. And I'm gonna take a little bit on the sponge, just a tiny bit, knock off the excess. And I'm gonna set the under eye and really press that powder into the skin because it just makes things look flawless. And using just a minimal amount. I like to press the powder into areas where I have like texture, like pores, because it just kind of fills them in. It just makes them look flawless. I'm really loving that foundation though. This is looking quite nice. And like my skin doesn't feel greasy or like heavy. Oh, Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Bare minerals. And on the rest of the face, I just kind of dust the powder on once I get that initial area set the way I want it. Powder brush, a little bit of powder on it, knock most of the excess off, and just pounce it around the rest of the face. And it's such a minimal amount of powder that I'm actually using that my natural oils will kind of break through and the glowiness will still be there. I found this technique just to work really well for me. Feels really nice. Okay, my skin feels like I don't even have foundation on. Ooh, I love that feeling. Okay, now back to the lower lash line to finish up. I know I do things in such an odd order, but it works for me. What can I say? When it works, it works. I'm gonna use this little guy. I'm gonna use this one forever. It's a little Sony Kashuk brush. It's so cute. I love it. And I'm gonna go back to my Naughty palette, and then I'm gonna go straight into the shade Naughty. Run it along here. Oh, you know what eyeliner would look good with this? Hello Talk. Oh, I'm so obsessed with that freaking eyeliner. I should have ordered me a backup. If I get some Christmas monies, that's probably what I'm gonna do. Or maybe pick up the Walk of Shame one. I think the Walk of Shame eyeliner is virtually like undetectable on the face or on the eye in application, you know, as the Pillow Talk one. From what I've seen, they look too similar to me. And I like the red tone in the Pillow Talk liner. It's like a red eyeliner that's wearable. Wearable, you know, that's like kind of classy somehow. And yeah, you're not giving off My Chemical Romance vibes, which I mean, nothing wrong with that. I do enjoy me some My Chemical Romance. And I'm gonna listen to them later. It's been so long. I can't listen to what Black Parade, that there's a couple of songs in that album. It reminds me of just a very shitty time. And that album makes me cry. The first album reminds me of some good times. That first My Chemical Romance, or well, no, their second one. It was what, Three Cheers, whatever one. That one was my shit in high school, man. Them and Sing the Sorrow from AFI. That was it for me. But don't you dare call me emo. Those were fighting words. Not an emo, I was a goth. Let's take a little bit of rough next. Bring that to a little bit lower. Bring that element of warmth in there. And I think I'm just gonna pop a little bit more of that gold on the inner corner. Let me do my Pillow Talk liner in the waterline first. So it's just a little more naughty. Tucked real close in there. Some spooky elegance. Now let's put a little bit of this tantric shade right in this inner bit because I love that look. I'm gonna do it the same way with putting a little bit of the balmy slippery business in there first. I'm just gonna kind of paint it right where I want it so it doesn't get out of hand. Now I'll take a little bit of tantric and just gently apply that over that balm. Ooh, that's pretty. Now I'm going to try out a new mascara. This is a mascara primer duo here. Honest Beauty sent these over through Biz Agent. So it's a extreme length mascara and primer. So we're going to give that a go here. Okay, so you put the primer on, wait 30 seconds, apply the mascara. Okay, cool. So we're going to see what that does and probably put on some lashes because I feel like this look needs lashes. And I've got like 3 pairs sitting in front of me that I need to use. All right, so let's do the primer end here. Oh, it comes out that way. Oh, it looks kind of fuzzy or something. I don't know. Neat, a little corkscrew looking applicator wand. Back in my little mirror so I can see what I'm doing. And it says to start at the base and pull up. Is that even getting on my lashes? It's very thick. Kind of dry formula. Oh, I see it. Okay. Oh, it is kind of like fuzzy feeling or something. It feels like it has fibers. I don't know if it does. Don't quote me on that. But I can definitely see it on my lashes. It's just it's not like super pigmented or anything. Now the mascara side comes out the other way. Like this. Alright, this is a plastic spiky wand. Not my favorite type of wand. We'll see if it does good. Has it been 30 seconds? I think it's been about 30 seconds on this side. So let's go ahead and go in there. Well, already I can definitely see some length. Ooh, oh boy. Wand's alright. It's not my favorite. It's easy to control because it's so skinny. Whoa. Whoa. That is some crazy good length. Heck yeah. Not bad. Little clumpy, but I think it's just because I probably got a little bit of lash glue in the lashes from yesterday. I always get a little chunk right in there and I always have a hard time getting it out. Dang, that is quite lengthening. Little spidery. It's definitely a little spidery. But that is some hella length. Okay, so I don't think going over it multiple times is a good idea. But that does look very, very long lashes. So I'm not mad at that length. It seems to behave like a fiber mascara and primer, you know, combination. But that is giving some fantastic length. Yeah, little spidery. Not the worst. I mean, it's okay because I'm going to put on lashes. You're not going to really tell that it's spidery if things go wrong. So I'm going to try a second coat and see how that goes. Just because I gotta do it. Oh, okay. That brushed it out. Okay. Fixed it. I'm not mad at this at all. I'm going to have to try it with like no eye makeup so you can really get the effect of it. But I think that looks pretty good. Yeah, okay. This looks actually really good. And not too terribly spidery after all. Okay. Some good luck. Today out with products. Everything has performed so well. You know, I don't think we need fake lashes today, or falsies. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna go with false lashes. I like the way this looks. And also feeling something else I'm kind of excited about. I picked up the Unlocked palette from Hourglass. This is the Ambient Unlocked, I believe. Sculpture Unlocked. Oh, I'm so excited about this one. Oh, it's so pretty. The colors in it, I'm just like, yes. This is the one that just has the 4, because the larger one, I actually already have most of the shades in it. So this one had shades in it that I didn't have, so I wanted it. And I think it's really pretty. It's just very pretty. I think it would look good with our makeup today. So I'm going to go in first with the bronzer. I love the ambient lighting bronzer, luminous light bronzer or whatever. So this one is actually, this is Golden Light Bronze. Ooh, that is a good bronzer shade for me. Heck yeah. Heck yeah. I've always been a fan of their bronzers. Oh, that is a beautiful bronzer for me. Let's take the highlighter shade now, which is called Metallic Strobe Powder in Champagne. I haven't tried one of these before, so I'm excited to give that a go. Just gonna take my highlighting brush here. Ooh, that's pretty. Very pretty. That is a beautiful highlight. They need to come out with palettes like this in multiple shades, not just incredibly pale white girl shade, because that's just unacceptable at this point. Ooh, that is perfect highlight on me too, man. That is such a graceful highlighter. Pearly. It's pearly goodness. I like that quite a bit. They just really need to step it up on the shades. And it's not like they don't know that, you know? I think they've heard that criticism for some time, from what I've gathered. Okay, let's do the blush now. The blush is in the shade Mood Flush. See, I have Mood Exposure I love so much, so let's try this one out. Perfection. That is a gorgeous color. Goes great with this eye. This is such a good, like, everyday blush shade on me. Okay, that looks fantastic. Now let's try the finishing powder. This girl's a little elf brush. The irony using elf brush Hourglass. So this is the finishing powder in Soft Light. So I'm going to take that around the face as I would a normal finishing powder. I love like the ambient lighting powders to use them as finishing powders. So let's see how this one does. They had that new like universal one they called it or something. I want to try that. This kind of like, I guess, all the shades marbled together. Yeah, that looks quite nice. We are having a good skin day. And I'm happy about that. Even with this little friend hanging out here, not paying rent, we still have a good skin day. I'm liking that a lot. And this packaging is absolutely beautiful. It's got the little bunny on it. I believe they are donating to some form of fighting animal cruelty with the purchases of this smaller palette with the Sculpture Unlocked. Honestly, I'm going to go fix my hair, touch up my brows, and then we'll be back to do the lips and finish everything up. Okay, let's finish off with a lip. I'm going to use a new one to me anyway from ColourPop. This is an ultra matte lip in the shade LAX. I think this is one of the best selling like popular shades. It's just one I haven't tried yet and haven't got my hands on so recently. It came in a bundle that I ordered Black Friday from ColourPop, or from Ulta. Just a nice deep rich burgundy. And looking up close at the skin, the foundation. Ooh, this is a pretty color. Yes, this is my kind of lip color. Hell yeah. This reminds me a lot of Vampira from KVD Beauty. Yeah, oh god, I love this. This is so beautiful. Okay, and I think we are done with today's look. Heck yeah. I think every product I tried out actually worked out fantastically. Quick recap. Shade may not be perfect, but my goodness, is this finish on the foundation, the Bare Minerals Original Liquid Mineral Foundation, freaking gorgeous. That's good stuff right there. The lip, obviously, I'm in love with. The eyes came out good. The mascara was really nice. At first, I was kind of, Is this gonna be spider lashes? How's this gonna go? But I think it actually looks really good. It looks almost like falsies. Length for days. It really does give you great length. The eyeliner was incredibly easy to use from Honest Beauty. That's the first products I've ever tried from Honest, and honestly, heck yeah, good stuff. What else did we use that was new today? Oh, the Hourglass palette, the Unlocked edit. Oof, good stuff there. Was it Sculpted, Unlocked, Unlocked Sculpt, whatever? But yeah, everything performed beautifully today, and I'm not disappointed in a single product we played with. That doesn't usually happen. And I tried out a new hairspray also, just to go ahead and throw that in there since I was talking about new stuff here. This is a Redken Quick Dry 18 Finishing Hairspray. Pretty good, nice scent. And this is the hair mask I used earlier today. This is from L'Oreal's their Everpure Anti-Brass Purple Mask. I think it did help with the brassiness a little bit. Might overtoned a few spots here and there, but that is quite alright with me. And it did kind of stain my scalp. Otherwise, that performed really well. And I have to do talking about my hair video today, and I'm having like a shit hair day, of course. Oh, and I did get a makeup eraser. Look how cute. I got this with my points from Sephora, so I'm going to try that out later on tonight in the vlog. But yeah, that is all for today. Everything was beautiful and performed so well. So thank you for hanging out with me, and I will see you guys in the next one. Stay safe and stay spooky.